Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, the Ukrainians successfully hit the Black Sea fleet, a Russian fleet, headquarters in Sevastopol, Crimea. It seems like they hit it with at least, I would say, 2 missiles. They claim it was a Storm Shadow British missile or a Scalp, which is the same kind, it's just a French name. And I posted a video yesterday with one of the missiles hitting the headquarters. And now the Ukrainians come out and say, well, there were some senior leadership killed in that attack. And dozens of Russian military or employees. The Russians came out and said it was only one person. I think it was a casualty, or maybe it was just hurt. I can't remember exactly, but they mentioned only one person. Now, CNN reports what the Ukrainians are saying. So let's see what evidence these guys provide. So CNN, it is from today, Saturday, September 23rd, 2023. Ukraine says strike on Russia's Black Sea Fleet headquarters left dozens dead and wounded, including senior leadership. Now here is a aerial picture of the aftermath of the bombardment right here in the center. And yesterday's video, I included a video with the attack, which left no doubt that it was a missile coming. Ukraine said Saturday its bold strike on Russia's Black Sea Fleet headquarters in the Crimean city of Sevastopol has left dozens dead and wounded, including senior leadership. I'm waiting for Kerch Bridge, and I repeat that over and over because they will do it. I haven't heard any during the attack, the missile, when a missile, let's say, hit the target. Prior to that, I haven't heard any Russian air defense shooting at it. Nothing. So that's concerning, I would say, the least. The attack on Friday is perhaps the most dramatic example yet of the confidence with which Ukraine is going after Russian facilities in occupied Crimea, and shows the vulnerability of critically important infrastructure on the peninsula. Correct. And if the Russians do not have air defense systems over there, I don't know who has it. And still, that was able to pass through. That tells me that when the Ukrainians will decide to hit something in Moscow, sooner or later they will do it if the war doesn't end by then. So I'm quoting here: the daring and painstaking work of the special operation forces enabled them to hit the Black Sea Fleet headquarters on time and with precision. Correct. While the Russian Navy's senior staff was meeting in the temporary occupied city of Sevastopol. End quote. And I'm quoting again: the data was transmitted to the Air Force for strike. The details of the attack will be revealed once it is possible. The result is dozens of dead and wounded occupiers, including the senior leadership of the fleet. That means all of them, the guys in charge, generals, whatever they are, admirals. The statement read, it added, we are moving further. My friends, what did I tell you? Attacks have strategic and symbolic importance. Correct. The Ukrainians have hit a Russian military airfield at Saki, degraded Russian air defenses on the northwest coast, and carried out a missile attack on the main dry dock and ship repair facility in Sevastopol, crippling an attack submarine and landing ship. That's correct. So we'll see, my friends, right here. There you have it. Here is There are plenty of reasons for Ukraine to target Crimea. It's politically a sign that despite the slow progress on the front lines in its counteroffensive, Ukraine can still inflict serious damage on the Russian military. Targets such as the Crimea Bridge have considerable symbolic value as well as strategic purpose. It is also part of a border effort in Crimea, Zaporozhye, Donetsk, and Luhansk to hit Russian logistic, fuel, maintenance, and command centers in order to disrupt their ability to supply the front lines. Any day now, any day now. They are claiming that the Taurus missiles that the Ukrainians want from the Germans, and Germans have a lot of pressure to deliver them. Supposedly they carry nuclear warheads. So therefore, supposedly the Germans have reservations. I'm sorry, to send those to Ukraine. They will send them, I think, eventually. The Americans send their ATACMS, long-range missile systems, 300 kilometers at least, I would say, but they say the most, which is about 190 miles. You can't supposedly hit Moscow with those, even if you shoot them from the border. But I suspect that will happen, and will say, well, it was not us. I mean, it was some domestic Ukrainian domestic missiles, not the Taurus or ATACMS or whatever. The Taurus goes to 500 kilometers. Now that could potentially hit Moscow if it's shot from or launched from the border with Russia. We'll find out, and I'll definitely let you know, and I'm waiting for it to happen. The time is just ticking. It's just a matter of time. And they tried, and they succeeded with drones. They will succeed with missiles as well. They succeeded with those drones, if you remember, with the Soviet era drones. They hit Engels Air Base in, I don't know, almost a year ago or something. They will succeed with Moscow. And then what? What are the Russians going to say? Debris fell over, I don't know, defense ministry's offices or the Kremlin. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. We'll see what the Russians' answer is to this attack on senior officers or leadership of the fleet. That's a failure, big failure. What could be their response? Hitting Zelensky? That would not solve anything. They will turn him into a hero, and these guys are going to bring another weasel over there that's going to follow orders and going to play tough and all that we already used to. Like me. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.